I'm all fingers and thumbs at the minute. I've got my coffee, I've got my tripod, I've got you guys in my hand. Come like a pack horse. Well, good morning and welcome to the channel. Today you join me, well, I've had to return to a location. I've come back to the Ferry Glen in Wigan. And the reason for today's visit is purely the fact that we've got bluebells everywhere. Yeah, who'd have thought in spring we'd have bluebells? And yes, I know it's a bit of a cliche, but yeah, isn't that what YouTube's all about? Cliches. So it's a bit of a glum day. It's actually currently just started raining, which is quite bizarre because it's possibly the first rain we've had for around about 2 weeks. Everything's fairly dry. As I came here last time, in fact I don't think it's rained since I came here last time. The stream's still here, but it's at minimal level. So yeah, we've got a little bit of rain, so I'm going to fight through the rain today. Not sure what I'm going to be able to get. Do I focus on the waterfalls, the similar waterfalls I did last time, or do I just focus on the bluebells? I guess we'll see what happens. So for those of you who saw my last video, you'll recognise the waterfall in the background. I did a few shots then. I've done a couple of shots now. I couldn't resist as I was walking by, but the weather's really quite gloomy. It's yeah, it's really overcast. We're getting a bit of rain, not enough to do anything, add any drama or anything really. It's just, yeah, just more drizzle than anything else. But yeah, I've taken a couple of images. Yeah, see what they've turned out like. But yeah, this isn't really why I'm here. It is purely the bluebells and the spring colours. So we'll see what we can get. I'm sure, I mean, looking around, there's loads of wild garlic as well. So the bluebells with the wild garlic, the blue sort of purpley flowers and the white. Hopefully be able to mix some of those up and yeah, just sort of see what we can get today. But I'm not too bothered. It's a free day. It's one of those days that it's just, yeah, it's just a day of photography. It's a day to get out, and I don't really care what happens. It's just yeah, just being out in this sort of place and enjoying the scenery. Back in work tomorrow, so yeah, just going to soak it in while I can. So okay, I couldn't resist. I had to come here and shoot that waterfall. I'm quite surprised actually how much water's actually in there. There's not a lot less than there was on my last visit, and we've had no rain since then, so yeah, to see it still flowing as well as it is yeah, a bit of a bonus. So I've taken a few images around this area. I'm going to head further downstream and sort of focus on the wildflowers from here, and yeah, just sort of see what I can get really. But yeah, I think this part of the location is done. Let's move on. So last time I was here, this is where I finished up. I did a couple of images overlooking the bridge here. So I'm taking sort of similar images now just to sort of compare, and I'll probably pop both of them up. But yeah, we've got lovely wild garlic just along this wall here, so I'm just trying to incorporate that as much as I can as I take these images. They're nothing special, it's just, yeah, the light's not that great. It is what it is. There's quite nice light on the rocks, on the moss on the rocks. But that's about it. So I'm trying to pick out as much as I can whilst I'm here, but I think it's just great for a comparison, and it just shows that, yeah, never give up on a location. If you get to a location it's not absolutely fantastic, come in a different season or come when you've got different light. Yeah, it can be a different place altogether. So I'm just going to concentrate now, getting a couple of images from here, and then I'm going to head further on. Like I say, on my last time I was here, this is where I finished off, so I'm just going to venture further down that path and just sort of see where it ends up. I believe that there are bluebells further down, so yeah, I think that's what we're going to focus on from here. So yeah, catch you in a minute. I honestly think with this location you could spend a month in here and not actually capture everything. It's absolutely stunning. There's so much to be had, and with these spring flowers, Yeah, it's something else. Glorious. So I'm just stomping through a mini stream now, different to the one I've just been in, and it's just full of wild garlic, as you can probably tell in the distance. Now I've taken a couple of images from here, so yeah, I'll show those now, see what you think. I've got to say, this place never fails to deliver. I mean, just look at that lot in the background. Spectacular. Unfortunately, I can't get in. This place is all fenced off, and this is private land, so I'm certainly not going to sort of, you know, trespass across. But I'm sure they won't mind me taking a couple of photons and yeah, taking a couple of images of the of this beautifully carpeted in bluebells area. It's just absolutely phenomenal. So we've got wild garlic, we've got bluebells, we've got the greens that have got a little bit of rain on as well. So hopefully with the polarizing filter on, that's just going to enhance those colours. So yeah, should be quite colourful images these. Fingers crossed anyway. So when I came last time, I didn't venture this far, and I'm kind of glad, because I don't think this would have been as picturesque as it is now. Still pretty picturesque, but I think with these bluebells, I think it just makes it, just absolutely gives it that little bit of an edge. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm just sort of standing here soaking it all in. As I say, I'm back in work tomorrow, and I love coming out. I love coming out doing photography and just sort of recapping in your mind when the pressures are on, when mundane day-to-day things are going on, you know, like the pressures of work, you know, you're a little bit stressed out, you're a little bit sort of involved in the work. I just love to come back into my mind of places like this, places I've been to through that week, and yeah, done a vlog from and done some photography from, and yeah, it just makes, I don't know, it just gives me something to sort of hope for the next batch of days off. Yeah, you can't beat this, and things like this, just glorious, just absolutely glorious. Right, I'm going to concentrate on getting a few more images now of this area, and then we'll move on to see where we get to. So yeah, join you in a little bit. So it's really opened up down here now, and I'm just going to walk. There seems to be a gate ahead of us and a bit of a fence, but before there's actually a lone tree, and it overlooks the hills in the distance. So yeah, just going to see what I can get from here. Yeah, should be quite nice. Just a shame the weather's a bit too gloomy to really make anything of it, but yeah, I'm sure whilst we're here we'll be able to take something, and yeah, you never know, if it works out I might come back. I'm not sure whether this will be a sunrise or a sunset location. Judging by where we are, the sun will set over that way, so I don't know, it could be a sunset, could be a sunrise, who knows. I suppose I'll have to come back and explore both. Anyway, right, I'm going to see what this place has to offer here, and yeah, and just hear a train in the distance. Gosh, there's actually a train line right in the valley. It's not enough to show you on video, but I can just see the top of the train as it races through. All the commuters going to work. So this is the tree I'm talking about. I'm not sure what I can get from it. It looks a little bit gnarly. It looks quite good because we've got some roots that are kind of coming through. The only problem is we've got this concrete post that's just in the way, but yeah, I'm sure I can work around that. I'm going to throw the 12 to 24 on the front of it, try and get a nice wide shot, probably focus in, just trying to get the composition up from there, get the bottom of the root sort of leading up into the tree, and yeah, see what happens with it. So I've just taken a couple of images of this tree now. I'm going to head back into the Glen and yeah, just sort of walk the other side. It's like I say, it's a bit of a gloomy, miserable, nothing sort of day. A bit of a breeze picking up, as you can probably tell by the sound on the microphone. So yeah, I'm going to head into the Glen and yeah, take some more bluebells and wild garlic shots. Just loving it, absolutely loving it. But like I say, the weather is just nothing, so to be out here I think will be amazing if we actually have a decent sunrise. But yeah, for now I'm going to call it quits from here, head back into the Glen and yeah, see what we can get. So I think I finished this morning from this location. I'm going to head back to the car. I'm actually walking down to the main path, which is the one that I started on. So yeah, it won't take me long to walk back. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have and you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. It would be great to have you on board of the channel. Give me the thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well, and yeah, leave a note in the comments. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and yeah, which was your favourite image. So yeah, from the Ferry Glen in Wigan for the second time round on this glorious spring day, it's time to say goodbye. All the best, take care, see you very, very soon. Bye bye now.